Welcome you absolute legends. I am Fortress, I am Pete, I am back, and today we're going over 8 clone fragrances. That means you don't have to buy the original. They are so good, pardon me, they are so good that you don't need to buy the expensive versions or what they're duping, and they're all phenomenal and they're all pretty cheap. So as always, I'm going to crack into this. There's no honorable mentions on this one for this time, but all these 8 are amazing and they're in no particular order. So as always, let's crack on into the list. Right, the first one, and I've spoke about this fragrance a few times on my channel, and I will say this, it is freaking phenomenal fragrance. Now the fragrance we talk about is Zerja Ever Pure. This from Fragrance World, this is Voux Turquise. Now they are trying to dupe this one because it's quite obvious what they're doing, but this is, to me, it's sweet, it's sexy, it's like a bit powdery. Touch of musks in here as well, like the original Herba Pure. Smells amazing and it performs like an absolute beast from my skin. I get about 7 to 8 hours. Now I think that's pretty decent considering this runs about 35 to 40 quid depending on where you go, maybe even to 45. It's a great little number, criminally underrated at this point because not many people talk about it on their channels. I'm saying to you, if you want to smell like Herba Pure, smell this sexy musky vibe, and wear it for spring, summertime, this one is an absolute gem, well worth picking up. If you don't like Herba Pure, cool, no worries, but this one for me is a great little number. This is Voux Turquise by Emir by Fragrance World. Alright, then next one up, and this is in the house of Armaf, and if you like a bit of Dior Sauvage, which I think most of us do at this point, yes, it's a bit dated, yes, it is a bit boring after this, but nearly a decade of having Dior Sauvage. But you can't deny that it's an absolutely amazing one. Now, this from Armaf, this is called Magnificent pour Homme. There's a few on this line that I want to get. This is the original. And this kind of is in between the EDT and the EDP. So it's kind of a little bit more richer than EDT. And I just don't think it's quite right the same as the EDP. It's kind of drawing line in between the two. It's peppery, it's got ambroxan in here, it is sweet, it's powerful, it smells absolutely amazing. And again, this one's about 30 to 40 quid give or take where you go. It's an absolute gem, and if you don't want to pay Dior's prices, which is ridiculous, and I kind of understand that this day and age, this one is an absolute great alternative to Dior Sauvage. So there you go, this is Armaf Magnificent pour Homme. Alright, speaking of legendary fragrances, this one is the best-selling fragrance of all time, and we'll talk about Acqua di Gio. This is a clone that works stupidly well. It's better than the current formulations. This is from Lattafa, this is Suqtaat. This is aquatic, this is fresh. It's very much going to the beach, having fun. Smells incredible. All I'm going to say is this. If you like the vintage versions of Acqua di Gio, which lasted probably about 7 to 8 hours. I had an original bottle years and years and years ago. I had finished through that. I wish I knew then what I know now, and I probably would have kept it. But this one will do the job just as good for a fraction of the price. This runs between under 25 quid. Normally it runs about 20, but I've seen it go up to 25, and still at that price, this is an absolute steal. Please, 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 if you like Acqua di Gio and an easy, fun, fresh fragrance, please wear this one. This is Lattafa Suqtaat. Alright, we go into the big boy round of designer fragrances. Now, anyone who knows anything about fragrances, you'll know that Louis Vuitton is ridiculously expensive. I mean, I'm not talking about a little bit expensive, I'm talking they are stupidly expensive. But Ombre Noir, I think that's how you say it, is one of their absolute gems in that line. But for me, Maison Alhambra Jean Lowe Ombre does the job just as good for a fraction of the price. I say a tenth of the price. This runs about 30 quid. Normal bottles of Louis Vuittons were about 250, 300 pounds. So it's dark, it's resinousy, it's woody, it's sexy, it's aromatic. Now this is perfect for fall and winter. Again, wear this with a little bit of caution because it can be a little bit divisive on skin, so just be aware of that. But if you love the original Louis Vuitton and you didn't want to pay the stupid price than that, this will be your absolute God-saving grace. It's amazing, it's so cheap, but you can wear it however you want. And I wouldn't even go more than 2, maybe 3 sprays max, especially in the cold weather. It performs really well as well. A great little number, seriously criminally underrated. So this is Jean Lowe Ombre by Maison Alhambra. We're on a running streak of absolutely legendary fragrances, and this next one from 2006, the original one, is no exception. And if anyone loves Terre de Mes, the original OG 2006 EDT, this one is an absolute juggernaut. This one's about 15 quid. This is Toro pour Homme by Maison Alhambra. This is gorgeous. It's that slightly orangey, earthy, slightly flinty fragrance. Look, there's not much recipe here, but it smells absolutely amazing. It's so close to the original. Yes, Terre de Mes is not stupidly expensive, and I understand that, but this for 13 to, I think it's about 15 quid, I think I paid for this one, is stupid. It's just ridiculous. I do not know how they've done this. If anyone knows how they've done this, please let me know in the comments, because that's ridiculous. They've made it so close, it's unreal. So for me, if you don't want to wear Terre de Mes and you're kind of thinking, oh, it's a bit too much, and you just want to maybe try it on a cheaper budget, try this one. It will definitely not let you down. So this is Toro pour Homme by Maison Alhambra. Alright, and now we're going to talk about a fragrance that's been discontinued, and this is so good. It runs about 15 to 20 quid, depending on where you go. Could be up to 25 as of right now. This is from the Armani line, Armani code Profumo. This is Sapil bound for men. I have spoke about this one numerous times on my channel, and I'm going to bang on about it again today, because honestly, I do not know how they've done this. It is sweet. It's got that almost caramelly nose to it. Very sexy, very alluring. Touch of citrus in there. That's the only difference I can smell between that and the original, and I have got a bottle of the original. That's the only little difference, and I don't think the citrus lasts long. I think it's about the first 5 minutes, and then the citrus backs off and then lets the rest of the warmer, sexier fragrance come through, like slight touch of sweetness and the spices. This is an amazing fragrance. I do not know how they've done this. Same as this one, really. It's amazing, and it's one of the best clones you'll find, and especially if it's discontinued, this is well worth finding. If you like Armani Code Profumo, try Sapil Bound for Men. Alright, the last two, and again we are talking of legendary fragrances. Most of these are legendary fragrances, to be honest, and they've been cloned very, very well. From the House of Tom Ford, Tabac Vanille, Tabac Touch by Maison Alhambra. Now I do know these are getting discontinued at some point. They are still about at the moment, so I don't know as and when this is going to stop, but this is unbelievable. It's just such a sweet, sexy tobacco with like this beautiful vanillic notes through it, almost with a touch of a Coca-Cola vibe in this one. Now I know that's not quite the original one. The original one's probably got a bit more dried fruits in this and probably a little bit richer, but for me this one is just fantastic. It's very playful, very fun. Fall, winter, this is where I'd say would work absolutely fantastically. It is just a great little number. I'm sure at some point there's like a Fragrance World one version of this as well. I can't think of what it is, but it's a great one. But this is the Maison Alhambra one. This is Tabac Touch by Maison Alhambra. Alright, and we finished the list with another Lattafa, and again it's another legendary fragrance. It came out in 2021 if I remember correctly, and it's been duped to hell, and it's from House of Kelly, and obviously it's Angelshire, and obviously this is Khamrah. Everyone knows this one, and it's just, again, amazing. It is sweet. It's got almost like caramelly praline essence to it with a nice boozy hit. It just works. If you want compliments and you want to smell amazing, this is very hard to beat. Very hard to beat. I know there's other ones out there. There's Kismet Angel and there's a few others. I honestly think this one is why it's the hype beast from here. It's so good. It's unbelievable what they've done. The bottle does look a tiny bit tacky, but I'll let them off because obviously I think they're trying to emulate what they were doing. It's a great little number, and to be honest with you, I get why everyone loves this one. It's just fantastic. Again, I haven't tried the new one, which has got an old coffee note in it, which I'd like to know. But this one, the OG, still about 35, 40 quid, is an absolute steal. So this is Khamrah by Lattafa. Right, we have smelled 8 amazing cologne fragrances. I think all of you, if you like any of those fragrances, try these ones. They're amazing. But as always, it's now time to tell you what my scent of the day is. Alright, my scent of the day, and it's a weird day in England. It's a bit sunny, it's a bit wet, it's just all over the place at the moment. So, kind of went with a sweet, sexy little number, and this is called Juliet Has a Gun Vanilla Vibes. This is sweet, it's sexy, tons of vanilla in here. And it's almost like a biscuity texture to it. Now, I know that sounds a bit weird, but if that's kind of how in my head it smells like. A little bit of almost like a digestive biscuit. Smells amazing, really enjoy it. So it's kind of good if it's warm, it's good if it's cold. So as always, my scent of the day is Juliet Has a Gun Vanilla Vibes, and as always, let me know in the comments what your scent of the day is. Right, so there you have it, 8 amazing cologne fragrances that literally you don't need to buy the counterpart to because they are so good. It's unbelievable. Always let me know in the comments if there's any other fragrances that you think should be in this list. Or if you want me to do a part 2, let me know. And as always, if you want a top 10 list, a fragrance review, or a question, hit me up in the comments. Love hearing from you guys. I want to hit 2,000 subscribers as fast as possible so I can start doing another giveaway. So if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, get me to 2K, and I will do another giveaway. No questions asked, and I'll try and find a really fun fragrance that one of you legends can get in the post. As always, I'm on TikTok and Instagram with fun with phrases. Posting there, probably not as much as I should, but I am posting up there as much as I can. And as always, you absolute legends smell amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.